Hey, what's up guys, Mashin here, come back with a brand new video for you guys. Now today we're going to be talking something I have never really made a video on in the past. Now that's agent skins. We're going to be going into investing into it, a lot of different options along with my personal opinion. But let's hear a quick word from our sponsor, GamerPay. The sponsor for today's video is GamerPay. Now GamerPay is the super quick and easy way to pick up some brand new CSGO skins. Now the thing I like about GamerPay is they have a 5% fee, but you can avoid 50% of that, only take it a 2.5% fee by using your actual balance on the site. And if you want to avoid that fee altogether, once in a while they'll run promotions where they have a 0% fee. Buying is super easy. All you have to do is click a couple buttons like create trade on Steam, and it's going to automatically set up the trade. All you have to do is click and confirm. And the greatest thing is if you head onto your profile, you can actually change it so you're not looking at Steam market prices, but rather buff prices, and you can still see the significant discount you're going to be getting. And make sure you go ahead and check out GamerPay with the top link in the description, and let's hop on into it. Now, if you've watched my channel for a while, you'll know that I am not a fan of investing into agents, and even though they have returned some great profit, depending on when you invested in and what specific agent you've invested in, I personally stand by the opinion that I think they are way too risky and way too volatile in my eyes. And I think this is a decent standpoint that most people agree with. The only person I could find that blatantly disagreed with this was Fano, telling people that they should definitely invest into shattered web agents, which ironically are the only agents to date in the master category that are significantly down on the original investment price. Now agents range in price significantly. You've got agents that are under $1, and you've got agents that are sitting around that $20 to $25 mark. Today I'm going to be going over why specifically I am just not a fan of investing in agents at any level. First up, you've got the most obvious, and that's a lot of people were burned early. I talked about it in just a minute ago that shattered web agents were the only master agent, which is the red tier of agent, to actually not return a profit if you were to invest. We've got things like the Doctor here, which is still a very popular skin and something I like, but as an investment you can see that it is down or lost about 85% of its value from its original starting price. And I don't think people invested in at that original starting price, but pretty much whatever price point you invested in at, there's almost a guarantee that you're going to be losing money looking at this long-term graph. And looking overall at the shattered web agents for the master category, the only one that you potentially had the option to make profit was Commander Ricksaw right here, who is about even from his starting price, and you could have potentially invested in when it was $3 or $4 and made a couple dollar profit on him. Now for me, the biggest problem moving forward is the supply of these agents. When we get time for an operation, and like we saw with Riptide, agents are potentially one of the best options to spend your stars on, and this creates a very big problem. People are spending their stars on the agent, immediately listing them on the market, and then we just have tons of agents flooding the market with no real buyers interested at that price point. The price point drops significantly, and the agents overall are just way too out there, and there's too much of a high supply for the current amount of demand that the agent has. This is something that has really taken a step down from shattered web, when everyone was required to get a master agent, and therefore the supply of shattered web agents are significantly higher than the rest of them. You can see here that there's over 1,000 of the elite crew Mr. Mulik listed on the market because everyone was required to get one of these agent skins if they got through the entire battle pass. Therefore, I'm glad Valve has resolved that problem then, but honestly, in my opinion now, I still think that the supply is way too high because of the next reason that I'm going to be talking about, and that's the fact that agents never go away. See, the thing I like the most about CSGO investing is you can buy into items that will have a disappearing or lowering quantity. Cases, a lot of the rare cases, are always going to be decreasing in the amount of quantity out there. There's some cases like the esports cases or the Riptide or the Shattered Web or the Broken Fang case that have a set amount and will always be decreasing. The thing with agent skins is you cannot get this. Obviously there is a set amount of them, but it's not going to be decreasing, and you can argue a VAC ban or people leaving the game, is it decreasing? But I'm going to say that is not significant enough for me personally. The 2 or 3 agents that goes down a day is not enough in my opinion to really use it as an argumentative point. And speaking a little bit more about VAC bans, if a VAC ban does happen to an inventory, odds are that person is going to be banned with tens of different skins if that was something they were buying into. But the thing is, maximum they're getting banned with 2 agent skins, a T and a CT agent, unless for some odd reason that they had a ton of these agents stacked up, but that is such a small amount of people that I don't think it's very relevant here. You could have 30 different skins get banned banned, but maximum you're having 2 agents get banned. And those skins can be used in trade ups and so many other significant things. And I just think the agents here have a significant problem because they're not going away. We can see that the Shattered Web agent, like we talked about, Mr. Mulik, he's got over 1,000 listed on the market over 2 years later. The thing is, the potential is definitely there. In the beginning, we mentioned about some that had gone down significantly, but here you can see that there is a ton of agents that have gone up significantly, some of them 5xing in price. It's an absolutely crazy turn of events, and especially now in CSGO Investing to see something this significant in profit. The problem is there's just not enough of these to go around, and I think it's something that's going to become oversupplied very quickly. Like we've seen with major investing, if a lot of people hop on into agent investing, I think the potential there is going to decrease significantly, and I don't think we're at that point yet, but that is not something I'm willing to risk because I do still think that agents are just overall a terrible investment. They've got none of the factors that I specifically look for in an investment, and therefore I really cannot justify investing into them. Now, I mentioned that I'm not someone that invests into agents, but I definitely do see the potential with agents. If you're buying in at the right time, there is almost a guarantee that you're probably going to end up with profit. We saw it with all of the Broken Fang agents that if you bought in the day Riptide actually came out, almost all of them are up significantly in profit. You can see here that this agent has more than doubled. This is just one of them I picked out, which is absolutely crazy to see the profit that has become of it. And I don't know about you guys, but one example is not a strong enough piece of evidence for me to believe that this is a trend that's going to continue. It's very possible that if we see agents releasing every single time like we have with the past operations, I mean, we saw about 22 agents released with Shattered Web. Then in Broken Fang, we saw 20 agents, and with Riptide, we saw 21 agents. If we keep on seeing about 20 agents every single operation, the profit has got to die out. The oversupply of actual agents themselves, not just the oversupply on the market, but just the amount of agents out there. If we get to a point where there's 200 agents, your agent investment is definitely going to be down significantly compared to when there's just 30, 40, or even 60 agents. And unless we see a significant change with the next agents compared to the last agents, I really don't see a lot of potential moving forward. And obviously you can go ahead and invest. This is my personal opinion. I probably will never be picking up more than just a couple agents just to have in my inventory because I like them. I just don't see the future potential with them. I just see too much risk with this overall as an investment. I see so many ways that the downfall of this could happen compared to normal things, whereas cases, the supply is there. I know what I'm getting myself into. Agents are very complicated because you don't specifically know the supply out there. The supply could be 1 million agents. We know how many people played Shattered Web, and it's very hard to tell how many of them and how many specific agents are out there, especially now that we're over 2 years later. But that is really all I have for today, guys. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.